Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while. I work for a pretty large company that can be sensitive over video, so I just want to make sure I'm careful with that and walk the respective line. So thanks for your patience. But today I read an article and it got me thinking about some of the technology I've been using in the past and the benefits of using it, and how anybody can take advantage of what I like to call force multipliers. Now, this term isn't something I've coined, and it's definitely not new. And the idea behind a force multiplier is, how can you take the most efficient use of your available resources to achieve a disproportionately large impact on whatever you're doing? Now, a lot of times that can be something as simple as a laser tape measure, right? Where if you said, hey, go around the property and measure all the different ceiling heights of the conference rooms or whatever it might be. In the past, you'd have to get a ladder, you'd have to carry it around, it would be like painful, arduous. Now, thanks to modern technology, you can carry something in your pocket that can go from 0 to 100 meters in the blink of an eye, and all of a sudden you have these measurements in a fraction of the time. And so the same is true with the rest of your facility, and there are so many things that you can be doing that not only will enhance your optimization, but will leverage your time. It'll leverage your personnel. So whether you're short on time or you're short on people, not like short people, but if you don't have enough people on your staff, this is something that I think will really be helpful to you, so that you can start thinking about your facility in a geometric view and not just going to get stuck in that rut. So what are some force multipliers that you can be using right now in your facility that will help you achieve a disproportionately large impact on your facility while causing a relatively low impact to your time and budget? Here are a few things that I would recommend. So the first thing, it would be a computerized maintenance management software, CMMS. There's a ton of them out there online. I don't necessarily have any preference. I'm agnostic to whatever one you use. I would just caution you to get out of spreadsheets and handwriting things down. It's really beneficial to have something that can be a reporting agent for you and a scheduler. So something that not only can receive inbound tickets, so a ticketing agent rather, that people can say, hey, there's a light bulb out here or an issue in this area, but something that will also allow you to do scheduled preventative maintenance and or inventory, etc. So having a computerized maintenance management software is hands down number one. The number two would be kind of using the Internet of Things. So there's a variety of different sensors you can use that you can install throughout different parts of your building, whether you're trying to check temperature, humidity, occupancy data, energy consumption on motors. I would just look up, sensors in general and see what you can find. A quick example would be, I've seen a lot of people in the kitchens taking digital measurements from time to time of the temperature inside certain areas. Well, they make USB loggers that literally you can pre-program and say, hey, I want you to record the temperature every 25 minutes. It'll stick it on a flash drive. So rather than you having to take time out of your day or your team's day to go through and check the temperature, you can simply pre-program this, and at the end of the schedule, it'll automatically have, every 45 minutes you needed to record that data. So rather than having to do that, it'll just spit out for you in one fell swoop, which I think is great. The next would be energy management systems. So this kind of goes in parallel with the Internet of Things that we just talked about with sensors to help manage those things. But energy management, just in general, that will help you analyze kind of your consumption, power consumption. Really similar to a computerized maintenance management software would be a building management system. So BMS, something that controls your lighting, your HVAC, perhaps your access controls, and or security. Something like that you might look into and send you down another rabbit hole. You can say, hey, right now we have manual keys for all of our doors. Why not look at implementing an HID system or any other access control of your preference that will help you, not only log who's coming in and out, but key control, safety, security. You can dovetail that in again with another security system. A prime example would be a contractor shows up unexpectedly, or you're unable to meet somebody at a specific time and location for whatever reason. Well, rather than have to coordinate efforts to figure out who can meet that person there, because you've installed a badge access or access control system, a lot of these things now have apps that you can log onto and simply remotely let in the person, via your phone. All right, and lastly, aside from kind of the boilerplate things, use this opportunity to start thinking outside the box and kind of looking at everything, as I said earlier, as this geometric opportunity, not just a linear direction of doing things the way that they've always been done and you'll get what you've always had type of approach. The article that prompted me to make this video was something about using drones in facilities. And using drones, I remember as soon as they came out, I looked at it going, not only is this a cool toy because it's pretty sweet to use, but how can this help me so I no longer have to climb on the roof in my building in the winter when it's snowing, when it's raining, trying to identify leaks, whether it's we had issues with heat tape or trying to identify hotspots. Fast forward to where we are now, these drones have come such a long way. So not only do you not need to you don't even need to purchase one, but there's a chance that you can just contract this with somebody. So, whether it's contracting with somebody that already owns it or renting one, but they have so many cool capabilities and technologies now. So it's no longer just this high definition camera, but they've hooked up LiDAR to it. They've hooked up infrared. So if you're looking for hot spots on your roof, if you're looking for anything else, whether it's just kind of going up and down your gutters, downspouts, around chimneys, flues, underneath eaves. I mean, this in of itself is the prime example of what a force multiplier is. You don't have to rent scaffolding. You don't have to get a boom. You don't have to do, safety training, harness. You're not putting somebody's life at risk. The worst case scenario is the drone crashes and, breaks and you have to repair it and there's no loss of life. So I think your risk reward ratio on a lot of these has gone up dramatically. The reward part, that is, unless you're just terrible at flying drones, then you probably shouldn't, because if you live near power lines or maybe an airport, probably don't take this advice. But I think you guys get the idea, and just remember, keep thinking outside the box, identify the risks, identify the rewards, what's the opportunity cost, and really start to look at things that don't judge your results by the sheer results that you have that day, but by the cost of the missed opportunities. Meaning, what else was available to you at that time, and what was the potential for those results to be? And if the answer is kind of negligible or you're still yielding the best results, then congratulations, you've done exactly what you need to do. If you look back on any of the tasks or reports or anything in your building in general, and you say to yourself that, wow, this could have been better, then moving forward that there's a different way that you should approach these things. And force multipliers, it's a militaristic term. I don't mean anything by the connotation, but yeah, I hope this helps. I hope you have a great day, and I'm looking forward to putting out some more content, and have a good one.